Hi there people. I know what you're thinking. Blimey, it's Neil again. He's uploaded another video only 2 days later. It's like you don't get a video for 3 months and then you get 2 in a week. Well, yeah, that's me. Anyway, the reason for this video is just over 3 months ago, on the 13th of April, my dear beloved recorded a few minutes about yours truly, and it's taken me a little while to get my finger out and extract the data off the camera, edit and cut it and upload it. So I know it's a little bit late, but here it is. I hope you enjoy it. Bye.
Hello to my very good friends that we've already made, and to the friends that we haven't met yet, because hopefully other people will see this video too. I thought I'd do another video. Now, this was given to, some ideas were given to me by a friend of mine, and she'll know who she is, and she was asking me some questions like, is it difficult living with Neil? What, you know, I think they were meaning like before he got ill and after he got ill. Well, the thing is, we were living together, but his symptoms started, and then we'd planned to get married. And I was asked, you know, what's happening now? You're going to dump him, you know, not go through with the wedding? And I just thought, am I hearing this? Because they thought I was just going to throw him away. I thought, I love the bones of him, I'm not going to throw him away. I felt like saying some choice words, but I didn't, because I thought, I'm not going to lower myself. But one thing that did worry me was, you never know how predictable or unpredictable MS can be. And I love Neil whatever, but if I had a choice, I'd rather him walk back down the aisle with me, so to speak, rather than not be able to walk, because I know he'd look back on that and think about it for years to come. So I said, you know, shall we get married sooner rather than later, so that, you know, you are mobile. So that's what we did. And on the wedding photographs, normally it's the groom with his arm round the bride, but in our case I was holding him up. But that didn't bother me at all, because I was with my man. So, but that was a big message to a lot of people. I don't care what you think, what you say, I'll do what I want. And I wanted to marry Neil more than anything. It's my dream come true. And that's what I'd like to say to anybody out there. If you want to do something, and people are like poo-pooing it, going, oh, I won't do that if I was you, what are you doing that for? Just smile and think, up yours, and you do what you want to do. Because you've got to live your life for you, not for other people. You know, they're not going to be bothered at, you know, what you're going to be like, lonely or whatever in years to come. You know what I mean? Nobody knows what your life's going to be like. So, as I said, do your own thing when you want to, and then you'll be happy. I was also asked about Neil's mood changes, and he isn't a moody person, but the pain does influence his moods, obviously. And as I've said in my previous videos, that sometimes he gets very down, but sometimes he has an anger. Yeah, anybody would. You get so fed up of pain. I know this is nothing compared with MS, but I've had an operation. I had it last day of January. I had a little bone took out my base of my thumb for arthritis, and boy am I still suffering with the pain. So I can't I can't say anything really, because Neil's going through far worse than me. I think he's so brave, and I think all of you that are sat there, you know, okay, you might not be on such a bad day today, it's okay, but you're so brave, and I'm in awe of you all. Honestly, it's like you just have to get through those swings and roundabouts of emotions, because people don't know how to treat you or be with you, and it's like you don't know what to tell them either. It's like, it's just like learning with a baby. You're learning to be together, learning how to cope with things, and it isn't an easy thing. It's not, you know, there isn't a book, The Guide to Coping with MS. You know, it's just trial and error. Keep going. And I don't like it when Neil gets angry, because I feel I should be Mrs. Fix-It and I should make things better. And if I don't make things better, I feel I've failed him. But we work on it together. It's our joint project. I have been, for a while, trying to work Neil out on something, because we have friends we like to see, we have places we like to go, but for a while now Neil's been almost putting things off, and we had a good heart to heart, and he explained to me that he feels he cannot go to functions and to see people, even friends he's known for years. He gets this panic attack and anxiety, and he can't do social events anymore. He never was a party person to start with, and it's a good job I'm not really, so we both suit each other, but he can't do social events, and he gets so wound up worrying about it that it is a mess. And I'm not saying that he can help it, because it's just how it affects him, but it's like even just going to not McDonald's, Costa. We go to Costa on a Saturday morning for a breakfast, for a treat, and he gets himself worked up over that, and he enjoys that, but it's still you know, people around, social event. I think he's frightened of tripping and falling, and he just doesn't want to look drunk or stupid. And the thing is, I can quite understand that, because it's like people do think the worst of everybody. That's why I do like it when he takes his stick out, because people have got an idea he's got a condition that he's got to stick with. But there you go. But I just wanted to explain, you know, for other people out there, if the partners are acting strange or not normal for them, and they don't want to start going places. But it's like you adapt and you go with it. I mean, Neil's forever saying, I'm sorry I'm not going out, I'm sorry I feel like I don't want to go out. But we just work round it, you know. I don't like parties either, so we're not missing much. I just laugh when people at work say to me, do you want to, you know, you going to a do or a party, whatever, and I say, no, I'm antisocial. And we just laugh it off. So that's how we deal with that. I consider myself to be a bright, bubbly person, and I try and find a positive in every negative. Sometimes it's a little harder to find, but I do try and find them. And I consider it my job to do the best I can with Neil. I know I feel sometimes I'm a failure, but I try my best. And sometimes when I'm tired and I've been in pain, it really does get to me, and I just feel down. And it's like when Neil's ill, he goes very quiet, and it's like he's not talking. because he normally talks and sings to himself all around the house anyway. And he sings to the cat as well. Molly gets a good rendition sometimes. But when he's quiet, I know he's not right. And I just think to myself, he's not well. So I sort of cheer him up a little bit. But the same goes for me. It affects me when my bin's full and I'm up to here, and you know, you just think, I can't take anymore, I'm just too tired, and I feel poorly with my hand and this, that and the other, and I start whinging, and it does get me down. And Neil will say, "What's the matter, darling?" And I say, "I just feel a bit down today." And he just looks at me with them gorgeous eyes, and then he puts his arm around me, and you know, it makes everything better. And it's like, that's all I needed. A little hug from the man of my dreams. And I do feel better. I know some people it's not that easy. You know, you're absolutely writhing in agony. And a hug isn't going to help that, I'm afraid. But I'm just sort of trying to say how we are. Because it does affect me. As I say, on the whole, I try and be very upbeat and positive, but sometimes it's not possible. Where Neil and I are concerned, we're so together that we tend to face problems together. And I know this sounds ever so cheesy and corny, but we're so in tune with each other. I know when Neil will prefer to be on his own, and when he'd like me to just sit and hold his hand, and I'll do that, that's not a problem. When you're looking up on an iPad or whatever, and you're looking for MS symptoms, it's like some sound similar, some sound the same, but they're not all the same, 100%, they're not. And people have varying degrees of them. And some people have such a good way of describing a certain symptom that it's like, wow, yes. Even though you've never thought of it like that, it actually is what that person said. And it can be a very, very childlike way of explaining something. But it works. You know, because to me, when you start getting technical, it goes right over my head and I can't remember things. Thank you for watching, and I might make a video again soon. Thank you. Bye.